Happiest Season came to Prime Video today, and it stars Kristen Stewart and Mackenzie Davis and tells the story of these two girls who are together, and when they go to Mackenzie Davis's parents' place for Christmas, they have to hide their relationship from them, and that leads to some pretty interesting places. Happiest Season was a movie I didn't know about till maybe 3 weeks ago, and then I heard about it, I heard the premise, I heard who was in it, and I was like, hell yeah. And it actually became one of my most anticipated movies of the year, and I'm super happy to say this is one of my favorites of the year. This is an amazing film. This movie was great, and as I said, Kristen Stewart was in this, and I've seen her in some great movies and in some terrible movies. You know that, and I don't think I want to go and discuss it because she was so good in this movie. This is probably the best performance I've seen from her. I've seen her in Twilight, we won't talk about that. I've seen her in Speak from 2004, which I highly recommend. Into the Wild, but she has a smaller part there, so I can't really comment on that. And then Happiest Season, so please recommend me more of her films because she was amazing here. She found a way to balance all the tones inside of her performance. I'll talk about the tone balancing of the whole film overall, but she was able to balance the happy, excited, you know, like laughter kind of, you know what I mean, I think. But then she was also great in these emotional scenes, and same with Mackenzie Davis. These two performances are excellent. They're not like Oscar worthy or anything, but they're not going for that. This is supposed to be a fun, kind of lighthearted, but also kind of emotional rom-com for the holidays. And that's exactly what it is. They're not going for Best Actress, and they don't need to. That's the point of the movie, is that it's so much fun, and that's what I loved about it. But the person who stole the show from me, I think you already know, Dan Levy. Now, I haven't seen Schitt's Creek, but I've heard amazing things about it, and I've heard the intro from, because my room's right above our family room, and when my parents watch it, I heard the boom, boom, boom every single time. Dan Levy is so goddamn funny here. Honestly, they're all really funny. Everyone here is really funny, but he absolutely stole the show. I'm not gonna go fully into detail of the certain scenes, although I'll just say workout. That's all I'll say. Because I don't want to spoil some of the jokes here because they are so funny. His line delivery is amazing, but everyone too, like so what I had to do today is I had to work. So I got home and I watched the first 50 minutes of the movie, worked, then watched the next, I don't know, 45 or whatever it is, 50, something like that. And I watched right up until right when it was hilarious, and then it went to the second act and it kind of got more into that emotional thing, and it was kind of like the perfect thing, although I do recommend watching it all the way through. But that's what the movie, that's one small fault I have with it, is that it doesn't always, in the same scenes, balance tones well. It kind of can jump, especially near the ending, from really funny to really sad. So there's like emotional scenes and then they throw in a random joke and you're like, you didn't really need to do that. And some of the jokes to do with, you know, being in the closet or something are really on your nose. Like there's this one, you know, it's in the trailer. I won't say what it is if you haven't seen it, but there's a few that are kind of obvious like that. And some of it, you know, the film goes back, it does this, and then it goes back on itself, and then it does this, and it goes back on itself. But that's really it. Happiest Season is a great film. All the performances here are really, really strong. They're hilarious, but they're also kind of heartwarming. I had chills, honestly, in some of these scenes because the movie was so good. And the director, Clea Duvall, besides the whole tonal stuff, directed this film really well. It had this special and unique energy to it, and maybe that's the whole story. You take this premise and you add it to the Christmas thing, which really helped. I will definitely be rewatching this film probably next Christmas. It was great, and it's actually, I'm pretty sure it's a true story about Clea Duvall, who had this and she wanted to see how it would play it on the screen. I think that was a great idea because Happiest Season is an amazing movie that I recommend to everyone unless you're stupid, and you know what I'm talking about. I mean, come on. Happiest Season is a sweet, heartwarming, and cute movie overall, but it does not shy away from these emotional scenes. It features amazing performances, great writing, and it's a film that I could definitely see myself rewatching next Christmas season. I'm gonna give Happiest Season an A-. I did not expect to love this film. I thought I would like it, but I did not expect to love it as much as I did. It was so good. That's just the honest truth, and please recommend me more Kristen Stewart films down below because I've heard a ton of people say she's a fantastic actress, and here she was really good. Like, she wasn't going for a really emotional performance. I think you know what I mean. Like, there are emotional scenes, but I think you know what I mean here, so please comment down below her. And I've seen Mackenzie Davis in Blade Runner 2049, so that's why I recognize her. But everyone here was so great. I highly, highly recommend this film. It is so funny, but also it gives you chills, I'm not gonna lie. And if you've seen Happiest Season, tell me what you thought in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Over and out.